Labhairt le Rory radio Rírá. Radio Rírá. Díomh is mis Rory agus fáilte go Labhairt. An bodcréile seo dheoidh tú na PC is fearr an glóir Labhairt radio Rírá. Chomá le rudí spéisiúla nach bhuaithí tú áit bith eile. Isteach Labhairt radio Rírá agus cuine súil an bodcréile de agalah cluichí agus play. Radio Rírá.
There we go.
Welcome to Labhairt.
Thank you.
Right here, do you want to introduce yourself to everyone first?
My name is Erica Cody. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer from Dublin, and I'm 22.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So I suppose I'll start off with how I discovered you
Yes.
in the first place. I saw you supporting Cupcake.
Hilarious.
And I mean, I hadn't heard of you. They hadn't even announced a support act
Yeah.
and everything. So I remember I could see, because your hair is quite big, I
Yeah.
could see like the shadow of it at the side.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking Cupcake had a big
Yeah.
wig
She
on
had
her.
she had an
that she was
afro as well.
Yeah, that she was going to have that. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, she's there, she's about to go.
Gas.
And I was wondering, who is this person now coming on stage? I was like, oh, it's a support act.
Gas.
But ended up having a bop.
Thank you for enjoying. It was a
And
great gig.
Still listening now.
Yes, there you go, and here we are.
Yeah. So you finally released your finally released your debut EP, Leoness.
Yes.
It is out now for about a month at this
Yeah,
stage.
oh my god, what date is it? Yeah, it's out a month tomorrow.
Yeah, lovely.
It's crazy.
Probably a bit more by the time this goes out, but
Yeah.
it's out now. So do you want to tell us about it?
God, yeah, it was just I never planned on making like an EP. I didn't just wake up and be like, right, I'm gonna write an EP. It was, I kind of came up with the song title first, and then the songs just followed after that. It was more about like, obviously I'm a Leo, like my spirit animal has like always been a lion, and I was like, to make it, I noticed that like with all the songs of that I was going through like the past like 3-4 years of what I was writing and stuff, I came up with the 5 songs, and Where You're Really From was the last one. That was the most recent one to be written on it. Mm-hmm. And I just noticed it was just kind of an evolution of kind of who I was becoming, and it was just fitting to give it the title. Even though I came up with the title first, it was really crazy. It all just kind of fell into place.
Yeah.
Now we have her.
Lovely. So we have 5 tracks on the album. Could
Yeah.
you do a quick breakdown?
Yeah, so you have Where You Really From. That's about where I'm really from. I'm being sick of like asked where I'm really from all the time because I'm black and I'm Irish.
Hashtag Blirish.
Yeah, hashtag Blirish, literally. Thank you for putting that in. Then you have like Loving on Me. It's a real kind of sexy, sultry, just kind of one of those feel good R&B tunes. You know, has all the major themes of like 90s R&B love. So yeah, that was one I had to put on it. Then Runaway, that was one I wrote when I first was in a relationship, and it was just like, I'm so sick of like everybody's like expectations on kind of where your relationship was going to go, and it was just, you know, about trying to get away from everything and, you know, just be the two of you together and not have to worry about what anybody else has to think. That's where Runaway came from. And then you had Good Intentions, and over and over. That was just a time in my life where I learned that time is so precious. And you have to choose wisely who you spend it with and who you choose to spend it on. So that's where that tune came from. And then Good Intentions, it was kind of came from the same place of like being in a relationship and kind of figuring your way out through it. And it was kind of written at that like infatuation stage where it was like really, really early on. All you want to do is spend time with that one person. You just get lost in time and it goes by so quickly. So that's the EP in a nutshell, pretty much.
Lovely. And you studied in BIM.
Yes,
you
I
studied
did.
the commercial
Modern music, yeah, vocals.
For vocals.
Yeah.
So were you writing these in college and all?
Well, I'd been writing them since before I started college. Just before I started college. I think so. Yeah. No, it would have been just before I started college. But like I still have an archive going back like from 5th, 6th year.
Yeah.
So
And did the songs really start kind of developing and getting better?
Oh,
once you
big
started
time. Yeah. I think once I was kind of around that creative space and working my way around things, when it like came to logic and stuff, and just kind of, you know, picking people's brains and like how they produced and whatever, really helped. When you're in a creative space with like creative people, it really helps, because like when you're in school, it's just a 9 to 5 of what you have to do and not what you want to be doing. So it was just, when I got to BIM, it was just like this big playground of just things I've wanted to do for a really long time. So I just took total advantage of it and did the utmost in college and outside of college.
Must have been like Christmas Day.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I was like, finally I don't have to do maths. It's great. Well, maths becomes very important when you're an independent artist, so take that with a pinch of salt. I can imagine. Yeah, but it's great.
And I suppose one of the tracks off the EP that's been getting a lot of attention lately, and I suppose you've been paying a lot of attention, is Where You're Really From. Yeah. And I remember when you released it, and even when you were kind of building up to releasing it, then you released it, and then I listened to it, and I was listening to the lyrics. And when I heard "No, You Can't Touch My Hair," I had remembered that you'd had it in your Insta bio for months and months.
That's so funny.
And months. And I had a moment the first time I listened to it, you know, in Friends, when a plot twist or a joke happens or whatever, and they all get it except Joey. Yeah. And then you wait the few seconds, and then Joey suddenly he's like, "Oh my god, yeah." So that's what it was like for me. So
that just wasn't planned, and it was literally because I'd written. I wrote "Where You're Really From." Like this time last, or was it this time last year? I think it would have been around March last year that I wrote it, because it was literally one of the very last songs to be written on it. And then I remember after I wrote it, I got more. After I wrote it, it was like I had a big weight lifted off my shoulders, because it was just one of those things that was like, for so long and for most of my childhood, everything was, "Oh, where you from?" And I'll say like, "I'm from Baldoyle," and then they're like, "No, but like, where are you really from?" And it's just like, why is that even a question? Like, why can't you just accept the fact that I'm black and I have an Irish accent? I know my hair and stuff like gains a lot of attention, and I'm 5'10". I can't really shy away from that either. But I think it's when someone starts a conversation with "Where are you really from?" instead of like, "Hi, what's your name? Like, how are you?" It just gets you kind of reach your limits.
I don't know. Irish people are really curious in a way. They really want to know your business.
And I totally get people who are genuinely curious, but a lot of it hasn't been like genuine curiosity. It's just been ignorance. And it's just like, when I wrote that song, I felt like I'd finally talked about something that I wanted to talk about for so long. Then I was like, "No, you can't touch my hair," because that's what was originally in my Instagram bio. After I wrote the song, I was like, "No, you can't touch my hair." And then coming from like the line in the song, I was like, "No, you can't touch my hair." And then it just kind of evolved into actually, "No, don't touch my hair." And it wasn't like a polite thing anymore. It wasn't like, "Oh no, you can't actually touch my hair." It was like, "No, don't touch my hair."
Yeah, I suppose it was probably this thought of, "Oh, she can't be Irish."
Yeah, literally, and that's like something I still deal with on the daily. So it's just like,
it gets a little crazy on the daily.
Yeah, it gets a little crazy on the daily. So
answering some claims,
answering all these claims. But you know, my heart's set on the pace, so it's grand.
Good save.
I know, yeah, literally. So.
And I mean, like, you've now have a merch line.
Yes, I know.
And it's called "Don't Touch My Hair."
Yeah,
I
GTMH.
saw lovely. I really love the look of it.
Thank you.
And it looks really nice.
Thanks. They're on the website now. Go buy it, everybody.
Hashtag ad, hashtag spawn.
Yeah. Keep this train well oiled and going.
Just for the record, Erica Cody's not paying me for that ad. But I was really happy once I learned the story of Where You're Really From, because when I originally saw it in the Instagram bio, I thought, okay, that's just a statement. It's interesting. Like, I hadn't heard that before. But I guess she puts up a lot of people putting their hands in their hair, and I didn't really think
all the time
else of it. Yeah. But then once the song came out and you had the chance to really start explaining it, I thought, oh shit.
Yeah. Obviously, like, the whole GTMH campaign obviously is aimed towards every other Irish black person or any other black person that kind of goes through that on the daily, because I think when I was growing up anyway, being like the only black girl, mixed race girl that was in my school, it was a constant thing of, you know, slurs and your hair's like insane, you should straighten your hair, just to kind of be normal in inverted commas. Do you know what I
she's
mean?
doing inverted commas with her hands at the moment.
So for me, it was something I just had, like my hair was something I had to grow to love. It wasn't something I loved overnight. It was a lot of conversations with my dad, telling me my family history, me not understanding because I'm so young, and I'm like, no, but you don't get it. Like, you don't have people touching your hair all the time, like you're bald. But like after hearing like his stories, and he came over here in the 80s playing basketball, and they were amongst like some of the first black people to kind of be walking the streets in Dublin, especially. So back in the 80s, so hearing my dad's stories as well, because he's from the States, it was just kind of like, okay, as I got older I started to get it more and more, and then I was like, right, I need to start embracing my natural self and my hair and everything else that comes with it, and you know, loving me for me. Like, you can't change who you are, you can only embrace it. So it was just really important for me to kind of, this campaign just kind of came out of the song, I suppose. Once the song was done and everything, and the what's it called, EP was coming out, and when it came out as a single, it was just kind of like, okay, like there needs to be more to this. Like, people are only gonna like pay attention to this for so long. It needs to have like more of a backstory. So then I kind of wanted to just kind of open the conversation, especially being in Ireland. It's very different from like the States and stuff, I find. So when, as I was saying, like, it obviously stands for like for black people with their hair and their heritage, and like, don't touch my hair. It's a major thing. So I think for Irish people, I wanted to kind of, and not even just Irish people, just anyone who was able to like connect with the song in their own way. It kind of became a thing of anybody who's faced adversity. It's like, don't touch my hair, don't touch my story. So if you can take something else out of that in your own context, I'm more than happy for you to do so, and totally embrace who you really are, and what you stand for, and not being afraid to say no, because the song is all about boundaries. So whether you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, whether you're Asian, whether you're black, no matter what your heritage is or your ethnicity, it's like, it's obviously for me and like my community, but it's also for anybody who's faced adversity, which I thought was really important.
I suppose there's a lot of kind of love yourself messages out there, but I suppose I like how you kind of made it your own in a way that it's actually
just embrace yourself.
A proper statement, kind of saying, don't touch my hair. It's clear. It's an instruction. At times maybe an order.
Literally,
but that people can now take it and have it on the front of their jumper, or kind of show it and spread it around. Exactly,
and it's literally just supporting the movement. Do you know what I mean? Because that song in itself is pretty much starting a movement. So, and I'm just happy I could, you know, play my part and talk about something that not only I've been going through, but so many others have been going through and been talking to me about on social media for so long. So then when I released the song, it was just kind of like, okay, I had a lot of people that were like thanking me for releasing it and be like, oh, thank you for doing this, because like I didn't realise I could say no to people when they wanted to touch my hair. And it's like, listen, nobody has the right to invade anybody's space, and it's all about boundaries, that song. So,
and I didn't even realise, because actually I'll get a picture now, but as a child I used to hate getting haircuts.
Right, okay.
Because there was this, I don't know why, but in primary school there was just this thing, if you get a haircut, people are like, haha, you got a haircut. And obviously people grow out of that. And I mean, it never really bothered me, but I used to have, that's me, age 12. I'm glad this isn't being videoed, but...
Oh my God. You are absolutely adorable.
That's not even it at its biggest. But anyways, when I went to secondary school, people would just suddenly just dig their hand in.
There you go.
I didn't really mind if it was people I knew who were like, I love your...
That's the thing. It's like, I've no problem with people that I know and who I'm getting to know and I have a bond with. But it's like when the first thing somebody asks me when they see me, like a random person I've never met before in my life, and they're like, oh, your hair is gorgeous, can I touch your hair? And by the time they ask and they touch, their hand is already on my head, and I'm just like, you're really invading like my space right now. I don't enjoy this. It's not... I wouldn't do it to you. I'm not touching your lovely straightened hair that you did this morning, you know?
It never really bothered me a huge amount, to be honest. It was just a moment of kind of, maybe could you not do
exactly.
But to be fair, I never dealt with it
and
as much as you
like
did.
Us as Irish people, we're quite modest, and we're very, you know, we don't want, and we're very polite, and we don't want to, you know, I say that with a pinch of salt as well, because like you might think you're being polite, but then again, it's like, no, like I'm actually still going to push a boundary, and I'm still going to ask it in the nicest way possible, even though I shouldn't be asking you. That kind of thing. So
well, I suppose being like a black and Irish woman in Ireland, you said yourself you will stand out.
100%.
Have you ever felt that kind of, before you kind of felt like you could say no, you can't touch my hair, and you were feeling, I don't want you to touch my hair? Did you ever feel that you would kind of if you said no, and obviously with the politeness that you'd be seen as rude, and then that would be put on other black people.
Yeah, literally.
Because there's already this idea, especially in Hollywood, that black women, they're aggressive.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
And I think a lot of that comes from people being intimidated by how strong and powerful we are as strong black women. Like every woman in my dad's side of the family, my dad's surrounded by women, and they're all amazingly strong black women, and that's kind of where I get my pride from in that sense. But it's just like, you don't want to have to, obviously I'm gonna be as polite as I possibly can, but it's like you get fed up when you're going through the same thing all the time, and it's just kind of like, I've been polite for so many years and let people do what they wanted to do in my own personal space, so I think it's okay for me to just turn around and say, no, you can't actually do that. Because I'm sure if it was the other way around and they said something to somebody else who had straight hair and had white skin, if they didn't like something, they'd happily tell you. So I don't see why it has to become a thing of like, oh well, she's really rude and whatever. It's just kind of like, I feel like I find a lot of people can be intimidated by any strong woman in this day and age. So that's my 2 cents. I
remember it was back in January, I was in Berlin at the time. There were 8 of us in the hostel room, and we were all sitting around one person's phone, equally laughing our heads off but also being shocked when we saw Azealia Banks do that Instagram thing about Aer Lingus, talking about the like ugly Irish women and stuff like that, and I was thinking, you're letting yourself down. You're insulting a country that you're not even in yet. You're in Gatwick, you're meant to do a show here, and you're probably letting down at least one more black person who's going to get profiled because of this. And as much as I suppose we were laughing when she said, oh, like Dublin, I'm still going to come to the show, I'll probably just drive there from Gatwick. There was definitely something a bit more serious. And then when she went on social media after saying, I invented Ireland,
and then saying that we're all a sack of potatoes and we should all go die in a famine, I'm sorry, but like, you're not going to gain respect from that. I don't know, no. It's a no from me, sorry.
I know, when she said like that she had made us famous and stuff, like, do you even know how many Americans come here?
I know.
Every year.
I know.
In our, like, kind of, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Yeah.
To be honest, but you see them all over the place, and you now go and saying, I'm the reason.
I know.
That you know.
Anyway.
I suppose, should we move on from
from that?
I don't want to get you angry. With Leoness, as said, you just headlined the Grand Social. It was, I don't know what term you want to use. I suppose it was part gig and part album listening. Yes,
it was an EP launch. So it was like we were having a listening party for the EP. So
how did it go?
Oh, sorry. It was sorry. I literally just like sauced your eyes there for a sec. No, it was so amazing. It really couldn't have gone any better. It was just a room full of love and everybody actually just being there to listen to the music. There was only a couple of times I saw people on their phones, which was really nice. Everyone who was like up the front was like literally just there, like standing and listening to everything I was saying, which was so amazing, because you don't really get that at gigs anymore. So it was nice to just be able to connect to everyone on a really personal level.
And I love when it's in such a small space, and I suppose the Olympia can sometimes be like that too, or the Academy, that it's kind of so small that when someone shouts something
so
out,
intimate,
when someone shouts something out, not necessarily heckling, but when they shout something, you can like respond,
you can hear, especially when you're on like in-ears, because you have crowd mics, so you can hear what's coming back. But it's, I don't know, it was just the energy in that room that night was absolutely amazing.
And I loved the talk with Tara at the end when she got up there in that dollar bill,
oh my god,
dress with the 2 drinks for you two, and you had the Q&A and stuff.
That's my girl. She's been there since day one, pretty much. She's amazing. So I had to, she'll always be part of my show no matter what we do, because she's that important to me, and I need to respect that, and have her a part of the show as much as I can. And
I realised, well, I suppose I noticed she was the DJ the first time I saw you.
Yes, she was.
And I just thought she was kind of Cupcake's DJ that was going with her.
Yeah.
And then when I started seeing this person keep showing up on YouTube, I was like, wait, who is she?
That's my gal.
2FM.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
I know.
So when you gotta ask me, shit like, where you really from? Darling, what's your race? If you wanna know me, then please just ask my name. It can get a little crazy on the daily, answering all these claims. and my heart sets in the place. Stand down for a second and let me make this here real clear. I didn't mishear you. No, you can't touch my hair. This is my crown. Oh, you forgot I was a princess, so here's the situation. You can call me your highness.
And now we're back with Erica Cody. We've just gotten to know the professional side.
Yes.
We're going to get to know the personal side.
Amazing.
now.
I love this.
So I have a bunch. I've done this once or twice before. It's always fun, so don't be nervous.
Okay.
But I love to just throw in random questions that have absolutely nothing to do with your job.
Amazing.
The first part of it will be a question about Dublin.
Yeah.
Obviously, as a proud Dub.
Yeah.
And I suppose when I saw someone asked you the other day, where are you from? They didn't follow it, where are you really from? But you said you're from Baldoyle.
I know, she was like, what part of Dublin are you from?
That was nice.
And I was like, yeah, that's deadly. Like, I'm down with that. I fuck it up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so bold.
I should have said you can swear if you want.
Okay, amazing.
But I loved when you said Baldeadly.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so long since I've heard deadly.
Yeah, Baldeadly's the joint. Like, that was the spot.
Yeah. As proud of being from Dublin, I'm going to list a bunch of places. Tell me, what is the best place in Dublin for a pint or a cocktail?
Oh my god. I think for cocktails, Pig Malian.
Nice.
Yeah, they do a mean porn star martini, so I live for it. It's my favourite cocktail, so.
It looks lovely, but I've never been there because I'm 20.
You just sit outside, you get table service, be grand.
A burger.
Burger, Bunsen.
Oh, good shout.
Yeah.
We have an American over at the moment. She was wondering, she wanted to take us out
Bunsen.
for a meal.
I won't go anywhere else for a burger.
Yeah.
I'll go to Wow Burger or to Bunsen.
I like Wow Burger
Yeah.
too. And it's also open till 4 a.m.
Yes.
So after a
No,
night
Wow
out-
Burger's great. I really like
Yeah.
Wow Burger. I love Wow Burger and Bunsen. They're the two
Yeah.
places I'll go for a burger because I won't just go to a restaurant and order a burger.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to a burger joint and
And I
get a
love
burger.
the business card menus.
Yeah,
and all.
so chic,
Yeah.
so simple.
Best place, I know you might be a bit biased in this considering the Leoness listener, but best place for a gig?
I love the Grand Social. I've had great gigs in there.
Yeah.
I think my favourite venue that I really will like is a bucket list thing for me to tick off. Is the Academy. It's been like
such a good
it's
spot.
been my favourite venue for years.
Yeah.
I've seen some of my favourite acts there, and it's just like the atmosphere and the sound
It's
is incredible.
so well done.
Yeah, so defo, the Academy.
Yeah. And I love how you feel everywhere in the room is close.
Yeah,
You know?
I love an intimate gig.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'd be amazing to like play the 3 Arena and all, but I like seeing people's faces too.
Yeah. Best place for a spice bag?
Dragon Boat and Hoth.
Very nice.
Because I just don't like the ones with all the vegetables and stuff in it.
Yeah.
I like the ones that have like the nice seasoned chips and the good salt and chili chicken.
Yeah.
So you want.
This one seems to be the most controversial amongst people.
Oh my god, gas.
Chicken fillet roll. It divides opinion.
See, I love chicken fillet rolls, and I would have had them like a lot when I was like in actually not a lot. Like I would have gotten one like once a week or whatever when I was in school.
Yeah.
But that was only from like the garage across the road, and they're grand, don't get me wrong, but I think the nicest one I've had as of recently is in Centra on Capel Street.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they do like a nasty chicken roll, like so good.
Yeah. Do they assemble it well as well?
Oh
'Cause
no,
that's half
they're
the
not
battle.
like no, they're known for the chicken fillet rolls.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I realised I said chicken fillet roll would be the most controversial, but the next one actually is more controversial.
Gas.
A burrito.
Boojum.
I'm going to end the interview there.
Really? Well, like
I don't like boojum.
I'm not a real like burrito kind of gal.
Yeah.
They just fill me up and I can't move. Like I'm in a coma for the whole day.
Yeah.
I'd only get one if I'm like really, really hungry, and I wouldn't even eat a burrito. I'd eat a burrito bowl.
Yeah.
I've heard Pablo Picante's is nice as well though.
Yeah. I haven't been.
There's another one that's off Grafton Street or South William Street. I can't remember the name of it, but it's
Tolteca?
no.
Mama's
Oh,
Revenge.
Tolteca's good as well. I like Tolteca.
I really like Mama's Revenge on Nassau Street as
Never
well.
heard of it.
Oh, it's a big yellow building on a corner.
Okay.
The best place in Dublin to just hang out aimlessly.
As in, like, if you're just in town.
If you're just kind of in town and you have a lot to not do.
Well, if it's a nice day, go to Stephen's Green.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's not really anywhere to really go to do
I suppose.
nothing. Unless you want to sit in like a shopping centre or something for a while, but that's not very
Just
fun.
me and Jervis there.
Yeah, literally, like, yeah, no, I'd say like grab a coffee, or no, I think sitting on Stephen's Green is
Living
nice.
your
Be
best
one
life.
with nature, yeah, always.
Okay, well that's the end of the best in Dublin part, I suppose. The
Yeah.
next one, The zombie apocalypse is coming.
Yeah.
What 3 people do you want on your team?
Oh my god.
I got these online.
Daenerys Targaryen, because she's dragons. Who else? Oh my god, I can't pick 3 people.
I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't.
Oh my god, you need to like sort yourself out.
It's all I've been hearing for weeks.
It's the most amazing thing I've ever watched. I'm obsessed.
I've been on the tour in Northern Ireland.
Don't tell me because I'm going to do it. Oh my god.
Oh no, well, there's different ones, but the one I was on was actually really good.
That's the actual one I think you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I'm so excited.
What would be your go-to karaoke song?
I love a bit of Spice Girls.
Are you going to them next week?
No, I didn't get a ticket,
Oh.
but that could all change tomorrow. Yeah, Say You'll Be There by the Spice Girls. Absolute banger.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
I heard I Love, do you know Mo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
MO.
she did a cover of Say You'll Be There.
Like, I'd love
It's
to cover
actually
that song.
really nice.
I'd love to cover that song.
Yeah. I suppose this is the biggest cliche one. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Don't be a dick.
That's really, really good advice.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, if there's any piece of advice that I've actually, like, taken something from is don't be a dick. Like, the amount
Yeah.
of people I've met that are just absolute dicks.
It's actually so true when you think
And
about
it's
it.
just like, just don't be a dick. Like, it takes more to be a dick than to not be a dick.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, don't be a dick.
Yeah. And I suppose if you were going to give advice, it'd be don't touch my hair.
Yeah, oh, people are probably think I'm so mean. I'm nice, I swear to God. My advice, if you feel something isn't sitting right in your conscience, or you don't feel fully fulfilled by something you're doing, change it
Yeah.
and just take a leap of faith and do it.
And how was Topshop?
It was great.
Yeah.
I love Topshop. I love all the people I worked with in there. It was just time to move on. Things were just getting really busy, and
Yeah.
you know, just had to spread my wings and take that leap of faith.
Yeah. Aren't work friends the best?
The best.
You just have so much
love
in
my
common
work
with
friends.
people that otherwise you'd have nothing in common with.
I know. I really, really loved working there for the past 3 years. It's just the
Oh.
end of an era. I know. So
Oh,
sad.
must be nice.
Yeah.
What's the best impulse buy you've ever done?
Oh my god. I think anything that's shoes. Honestly, like, I've a bit of an addiction to sneakers. So
Yeah.
anything that's shoes.
I was sat going through these questions this morning as a review, and I was thinking I can't even come up with that.
Yeah, I don't know, actually. Like, I do impulse buy, but it's more kind of like... Actually, I think it wasn't really an impulse buy, though, because I wanted to buy them for ages. And it was kind of like, right, I'll be broke for, like, the next month.
Yeah.
And it was, like, my rockets for my studio. And
What
I
are
was like,
rockets?
They're, like, a monitor, a studio monitor.
Oh, they must be so nice.
And they're amazing, and they're white. And, yeah, that was... I wouldn't even say they're an impulse. They're just something I needed for a long
Yeah.
time.
They're on your wish list.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I can imagine nice trawl through Thomond.
Yes, oh my god. I could literally spend hours in Thomond.
Same. I
Like,
see
just
people in
drilling.
lectures just on Pretty Little Thing and Misguided, and
Yeah.
just there on Thomond.
Yeah, that's literally me as well.
Just go and look at that microphone.
Yeah, so funny.
What would you do for your Rosa Trilly talent?
Oh my god. Oh my god. What would I do? Well, I can't sing, can I? That would be...
It's whatever you want.
Well, I suppose I'd sing, but
What-
like,
what
because I don't
song
really
would you
have
sing?
any hidden talents.
What song would you sing?
I don't know. I never thought about it.
What would you say has been the most starstruck you've ever been meeting someone?
I don't know. I think when I have come across meeting people who are famous, it's like, sorry, I don't mean to sound like real fucking like pretentious. Like, I don't mean that at all.
It's fine.
No, but when I have met someone who's famous, I haven't necessarily been like starstruck. I think the only time I'd really get starstruck if I was to meet like the likes of Beyonce and Stevie Wonder and
Oh Christ.
yeah, like I think I'd actually pass out.
Yeah.
When did I get really starstruck? I got starstruck from, oh my god, who was it? Oh my god, I can't remember.
I got a little bit starstruck. I went to Beyonce and I managed to get to that like barrier
Yeah.
somehow, like, you know, the way she's always centre
She's literally
stage,
like
somehow
Jesus.
there, and she's just right
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
She's insane. Like,
If you-
absolutely
yeah.
insane.
Have you seen a new Netflix
Yeah, I cried.
documentary?
I cried.
I think I've seen it twice.
Fully cried.
It's so
Oh my god.
good.
I wouldn't say starstruck, but totally fangirled over Samantha Mumba when I met her.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love when people say kind of someone that, like, you know, not, you know, just like...
Because I was like, oh my God, like, you're the only other, like...
Yeah.
You're the only mixed race girl that I had to, like, I could listen to growing up.
Yeah.
That was Irish.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So when I met her, I was like, oh my God, like... This Samantha, like, every time any of my neighbours in my estate, like, knew that I was singing and dancing, they'd be like, oh, you're going to be next Samantha Mumba. Because, like, I was the only other black girl in my estate. So, I don't know, it's just funny.
I love when
her.
people say that, or they say, like, oh my God, I'd love to meet Bewitched.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Oh, that's so funny.
Or when they do those shows where they talk about you're an inspiration. And then they just say things like, oh, I was the biggest Steps fan ever.
Yes.
And then Steps just walk into the kitchen.
Yeah.
For a cup of tea.
That's so funny.
Something like that. If you could listen to one song for the first time again, what would it be?
Where did you get these questions from? They're so hard.
I got a bunch of them online, and then some of them I kind of thought, oh, I changed them, but I like them.
Oh my God. What could I listen to for the first time again? Oh my God. I know too many songs that I love. It'd have to be a Stevie Wonder song, I suppose. All I Do.
One in particular? All I Do?
Yeah, it's one of my favourite songs of all time.
Favourite takeaway?
I love pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Vincenzo's for pizza. They're sick. And then I like a Dragon Boat spice bag.
Lovely. If you could claim, I know that you've done a lot of, up to now, a lot of 90s, 80s R&B. I know that you've spoken and that you shared recently on Twitter a kind of more trap song, which I mentioned earlier I like.
Yeah.
If you could claim one song as yours from the 90s R&B catalogue, what would it be?
Oh my God. Maybe Pony by Genuine.
You did that the night I saw you Cupcake, and you had the massive heel.
I covered it so... Yeah,
well.
the massive heel. Oh my God, that's so funny.
And the lap dance.
Yes. Oh my God. Wow, what a night. God, if any of you weren't there, you really missed out.
You really did. It was a show.
Yeah, it was a show. That was a night. Wow. There's so many good 90s R&B tunes. I can't pick one. I actually can't.
We'll go with Pony for now.
Yeah.
And same question, but just any song that's out at the moment.
That I love.
Yeah.
Vossi Bop by Stormzy. And Sasha Keeble's new EP I absolutely love. I've been a fan of her music for a very long time, so it's nice to see her releasing music again. mBaile, obviously. And I recently watched A Star Is Born, so I've just been obsessed with the soundtrack for that.
Such a good soundtrack.
Like, Gaga is... I love Gaga so much. I always have. I've always been a massive Gaga fan. But after seeing her in A Star Is Born, I was like, oh my God, I love you even more.
One thing I found that was a bit annoying but also good at the same time was that for years everyone was saying, oh, she's crazy. She's mental.
I know, and now they're all obsessed with her. I'm just like, oh my God, like, is her so annoying? Like, she's a visionary.
And then when she did that Art Pop album,
that
was all different and experimental, and people were saying this is the end of her career.
Yeah, I know.
And then she went and did the Oscars, and suddenly people were like, wait, you can sing?
I know.
It's like, she could always sing.
She could always sing. Like, she did an amazing jazz album with Tony Bennett. Like,
that
she's
was such
incredible.
A good album. I still listen to that jazz album.
Yeah, me too. Like, Bang Bang is probably one of my favourite ones off it.
Yeah,
so
love that. I actually saw her and she did that live. It was amazing.
Shut up.
It was a surprise as well, in the 3 Arena, like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh my God. I'm so jealous. That's literally one of my favourite songs.
Yeah.
That, like, renditions of a song.
And one thing I didn't expect, she did in a Howard Stern interview. Actually, all of her interviews with Howard Stern have actually been really good, but she can do, like, rock. She used to be in a Led Zeppelin band. Crazy. And she goes and does that kind of...
She's crazy.
I'm not a good rock singer, for the record.
It's insane what she can do with her voice.
It's crazy.
Like, she's incredible.
And just, I mean, you've mentioned some songs there at the moment, but what else are you listening to at the moment?
God. I haven't really been listening to a lot of stuff because I've been working on new stuff. I think when I start working on my own music, it's very hard to kind of stay true to my own sound while listening to a lot of new music. I've just been listening to like a lot of Spotify playlists and just kind of in the background when I'm doing things. But no, the songs I mentioned earlier are the ones that I've been listening to the most.
And I suppose if you don't have time for much other music? Do you have much time to watch Netflix?
Yeah, oh my god, too much time to watch bloody Netflix.
What do you have on?
I started watching The Staircase.
Oh, my sister said that.
Slow
Amazing.
burner, yeah, but it's really good.
Yeah.
I'd recommend. Chambers is meant to be really good as well. Or is it Chambers or something? It's a new one. To be honest, I've literally just been watching Game of Thrones on a load, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and Love and Hip Hop New York.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to the new Stranger Things?
Yes, can't wait.
Okay, well, I suppose that wraps up the happy... Well, not happy, but the more playful side of the interview.
Yeah.
So, I suppose,
thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming in and seeing our FM studio here in DCU.
Thank
and
you.
supporting students.
Not at all, anytime. I know what it's like.
Go buy Don't Touch My Hair merch.
Go get my merch, go buy my music. Love you guys.
Go buy that signed EP.
Yeah.
They're available at the moment on ericacody.com.
ericacody.com.
And on the Facebook page.
Amazing.
I had good intentions, and then you made them bad. It's not like me. I hope you understand. Oh, your love is like my drug. I can't ever get enough. You got my heart, you got my soul. Your bad intentions are in control.
Thanks to Erica Cody for coming in and talking on the Lame Heart podcast, and big thanks to Leah, her manager, for making it all happen. Leoness, the debut EP, is out now on all major streaming platforms, and you can get signed physical copies along with the Don't Touch My Hair merch on ericacody.com. She's also on all the social media platforms, so go follow her.
Re-roll.